Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rums Over Baghdad. I'm Albie. This is Mary.
Hi.
And this is Fred Chexter. And we're here today to talk about all things that have happened in the world of video games. Fred Chexter is going to go far over there. Because I can't stop snacking on Chex Mix. All these characters are terribly named, by the way, on the back of this box. NACL 96. Guess which one that is?
Table salt? Because that's what it is.
Okay, which one though? I'll give you the choices. Breadstick, rye bread chip, slightly darker Chex.
Is there a pretzel piece?
Yeah, it's a pretzel.
Okay,
it's a pretzel
that would
piece,
make sense, yeah.
Gonna try to hide that one in at the end there. Fucking god. And then this pretzel. I guess one is a circular pretzel, and then one is a square pretzel. The square pretzel's name is pretzel with dots after each one to make it like an abbreviated robot name.
Is it a robot? Okay,
robot.
yeah. Alright.
Oh, yep. Dr. O'Ray. O'Ray. Yes, you get it? It's the rye chip. It's Dr. O'Ray. It's a classic character.
I don't get it.
Classic character. I don't think I like Chex Mix that much, but I'll keep snacking on it. I just like the characters. I had to get this. I was looking at the store. I had gotten the one with pretzel. I think there's like a cheesy one or something like that, or like a savory one. But I wanted Mr. Fred Chex, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do with this bag. Maybe just throw it away.
Don't you like need the codes for multiplayer characters or something?
I think they're all the same codes because somebody just posted. I think it was Wario64 posted on Twitter just a list of all the codes for it. So
okay.
I put those in and it worked just fine. I don't know about anything else, but.
Have you tried out multiplayer? Like, is
No.
anybody actually playing it? Okay, yeah.
It would be interesting to play, see if there's anybody in like I don't even know if there's a lobby system. It might be just direct invite. You can just invite somebody from a Steam thing. I really don't know. It's also like a very easy game. Like, I don't know what the hell you would do in it. It's not really.
I assume it's just like deathmatch or something, right?
Probably, yeah. I can see that. Just like a classic Quake, Doom, deathmatchy kind of thing. It'd be cool.
I don't know what else you would do with, like, multiplayer Chex Quest.
Sure. All right. Well, speaking of multiplayer video games, Mary.
Uh-huh.
I've played a lot of Minecraft lately, and it's...
Yeah, I've seen, like, everybody in our Discord has been playing a lot of Minecraft lately.
I don't know how it started, but the hunger is there between our little friend group, and it's just a nightmare. Like, I'm spending hours farming bees out in the woods. It's not a good way to live. It's not a good Minecraft existence.
What does having bees get you?
Honey.
What can you do with the honey?
Eat it. I don't know why. I just feel like you create a magical checklist. Fucking goddamn checklist in your mind, a checklist, Chex Mix in your mind, and you cross off different things, and it's just.
So you're making your own fun.
Yeah,
basically.
really.
Okay.
We've done things, and we open up another portal, which is the thing you do, and then we've done some big attacks on like different like weird illager forts, which are the roaming villagers. But they're evil, so they're illagers. We've done a couple of those and some underwater stuff and some different treasure maps, because there's now treasure maps in the game, like it's Sea of Thieves or something like that. Yeah. And there's like a wild hunt that came through, so I got a skeleton horse.
What?
Yeah, there's like a wild hunt. Like, it comes through a lightning, and then a bunch of skeletons on skeleton horses come riding through.
That's kind of neat.
So you can knock off the skeletons and get their horses.
Like, when that happened, was anybody else on the server and you were like, hey, everybody, what the fuck? Come check this out.
Hey, everybody.
What happened?
You killed them all and took their horses. We did. They're really not that hard to kill.
Yeah.
I wish it was like more, but it's like 5 skeletons, so it's not like 100 skeletons. Even though that'd be really neat. It's like a huge attack. Illagers will do that though. Like they'll launch raids with like 20 to 30 guys, which is a little bit more intense. But generally, it's just like, most of the mobs are just like, here's 3 guys, here's 2.
Okay. No, that makes sense because that kind of stuff would happen at like your base in Dragon Quest Builders. So that's how I reframe all of this Minecraft stuff through a better game.
Wow. Okay. I disagree. Does it always rain 24/7 in Dragon Quest Builders? I don't think so.
No.
Because that's all it does on his server.
Uh-oh. Is the server fucked up?
I don't know what the hell we've done to it, but we installed a couple of things to just make it easier, like where you like knock down a tree if you hit the bottom one with an axe, so a whole thing of trees laid down, whole blocks of wood or whatever, and a couple like, if you crouch mine this, you can get a bunch of ore. Crouch mine? Yeah.
What is that?
If you crouch down, you press your shift key, you crouch, and then you take your pickaxe and you mine like a vein of iron or something like that. All the iron attached to it go pop, and then you pick them all up, rather than having to mine each individual.
Why do you need to crouch?
That's just how they did it. I don't know. It's a mod.
Okay.
Don't ask me. Listen, if I've learned one thing over the last couple of weeks, it's from watching tutorials on how to do stuff in Minecraft, is the Minecraft community is an insane place. It's a bunch of people that are, I've heard more warm, friendly, super hyper introductions to things watching these goddamn Minecraft videos than I ever thought. Hey guys, welcome to my Minecraft video. We're here today. We're so excited. I'm excited to be here with you. Everything's going great. Like, ooh, okay. No off button. It's got to be on all the time. Watch this video.
At least you don't have to worry about hearing any swears.
Yep. It's very good. No swears. I never swear. Even if everything goes wrong. Watched a video of a guy building what was it? Like an automated machine kind of thing. It was like it had a bunch of redstone and stuff like that, where it would just like chop up a bunch of, I think it was sugarcane or something like that, and a creeper exploded on him and destroyed everything he did, and he was just like, all right, we're gonna just start this over again. It was like, I could feel him die. I could feel his mind shatter before me.
Why didn't he have it protected in any way? Like, that seems to be a main thing that I've seen about Minecraft, is if you don't want shit messed up, you need to have some kind of barrier.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't, but he did, and he suffered consequences. He learned a valuable lesson that day.
I don't even play Minecraft, and I know that.
There you go. If a creeper will find you, you've made a mistake. Creepers will find you. I mean, they will get to you.
You're supposed to put torches everywhere or something, right?
Light the whole,
what I've learned
from
watching Giant Bomb stream Minecraft. That's about
everywhere. I mean, everywhere.
Yes.
If there is a place without a torch, put a torch, because that's what you gotta do. Yeah. So I don't know how long I'm gonna play Minecraft. I'm getting to the point where I have everything. I'm just gonna look for the place to kill the dragon at some point, and that'll probably be it. I want to kill a dragon.
So have you mined a lot of diamonds?
Relatively, sure.
Okay. I've heard that that's also the thing to do.
Right,
so.
yeah. Get all diamond gear. We got horse armor on our server. High quality horse armor. Yeah, it's really just that. Bran, friend of the show Bran, built a giant Ferris wheel ass freaking roller coaster transportation system underground for everybody. So that's a lot of fun. But yeah, just gonna kill a dragon at some point. Then I'm gonna quit that game. Maybe, if anything is out by that point, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I keep looking at game release schedules, and they've added a few games like since these fake E3 streams have started.
Right.
But basically, the next game I'm buying comes out the 25th, and it's an old game that I imported on the GameCube. Mr. Driller Drillland for Switch.
Mr. Driller Drillland?
Coming out in English, finally. Yeah. And then after that, it's July 14th for another old game coming out. It's a remake of a Game Boy Advance game from 2003, Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town, which is now called Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town, because it's a real Harvest Moon game.
Realist Harvest Moon game.
Yeah,
it
those
looked
are
good.
The only two games really that are coming out soon. So
that was during the Gorilla Collective, or one of those days they showed some of it.
It was the PC gaming show,
right.
And they're actually bringing it out on PC, which is cool because the guy who made Stardew Valley has basically said like, "Hey, this and Rune Factory are the games that I use to make my game." So, yep.
Hey, cool. Wonder how he's doing. What's he up to right now?
I think he's making 2 other games right now, and he has millions of dollars.
You're living the life, man. Putting in a pool.
He went from working in a movie theater, making this game for like 4 or 5 years, I think even longer, just by himself, to being a millionaire. So good for him.
Hey, if you could do it, do it. Make millions of. If you can make $1 million, make $1 million. Just say.
No, I mean, people have been. There wasn't a good Harvest Moon type game on PC, and he did a lot of good stuff with it. Yep. So, he did a good job.
I only say that because, boy, at the same time, I've been wondering about that, but then I just saw, I think it was today or something like that. Didn't they say somebody put out a press release that said like, Terraria finally completed? Isn't that what somebody said? And I thought I saw like an article they had put out a press release saying it's finally done or something like that. We did it. So it must be a relief for those kind of games when they're actually done.
Yeah, I think Stardew Valley is still getting plenty of updates. There was a big one recently, and I kind of want to get back into it, but I think I would have to rebuy it on Switch because that would be more comfortable. Right. I don't want to sit at the PC all the time while I'm getting gigantic because my computer chair sucks. It's cheaper to rebuy a game on Switch
than buy a new chair. Right.
Yeah.
Fair.
But that Harvest Moon game, Friends of Mineral Town, is coming out July 14th. So I'm like, well, maybe I should just wait. So yeah. That's my personal video game buying dilemmas. Also, we just got SPIDERMAN for the PS4.
SPIDERMAN?
Game of the Year.
Game of the Year? SPIDERMAN?
Yeah, has all the DLC with it. And just finished all the patches and stuff downloading on it last night. Haven't played it yet, but...
I haven't played any of the DLC stuff. There's like a black cat thing.
And
green
and then
goblin,
2 other ones.
Something like that. You'll have fun with that game. That's a great game. Very fun, uplifting, positive message. Well, somewhat fun.
Well, it's more of a game for Gary because he loves Spider-Man. He loved all the previous games. He was about to start playing Ultimate Spider-Man on the GameCube the other day.
Another great game.
Yeah. And he was like, well, this is finally $20, so I'll just get it. But I'll probably play it too later.
Spider-Man
has multiple save slots. It's fine.
Yeah.
The plan is really though for me to be playing a bunch of No Man's Sky VR.
God, I gotta get around to that.
Spider-Man. It's really neat. I gotta
get around. Yeah. I saw it went up on Game Pass, and that made my day that it was coming to PC Game Pass. Tell me what you think of it. What do you think of No Man's Sky?
It is surprisingly no muss, no fuss. Like I was expecting after Phantasy Star Online 2 on the Windows Store.
Yeah.
I was like, well, now instead of having its own separate launcher, we have the whole problem of running something in VR. And it was not an issue whatsoever. Like it was even less of a pain to set up than Tetris Effect.
Oh, really?
On the Epic Game Store. Yeah. Like, that was more of a pain in the butt to actually get running than No Man's Sky. Like, when you install it on Game Pass through the Xbox launcher thing, I just installed it, hit play, and it was like, do you want to launch the regular version or the VR version?
Huh.
And so I hooked up all my VR stuff, hit launch VR, and it just worked. Like, I didn't have to do anything else. I was
Huh.
amazed. Yeah.
Wow, it just launched right into it. That's fucking great. Holy shit.
Yeah, like I had to do a whole specific routine with Tetris Effect. Like, you had to run stuff in a specific order to make sure it would actually run.
Right.
um, and I had to like do a bunch of stuff, adding it to like Steam library, and then telling it, "Hey, this is a VR game." All this, and then launching specific things in a specific order. Like, I have to launch the Windows Mixed Reality thing first, and
Right.
da 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 da. But this, I just did it, and it
Wow.
worked, and
Holy cow.
it's fine. Like, the controls are actually surprisingly pretty good too. Um, Even though it's kind of complicated, like once I actually started playing it, it actually makes a lot of sense. Like, you grab behind your shoulder to get your multi-tool out. Um, you actually like put your wrist up, and context sensitive like
Mm-hmm.
menus come up, and then you
Wow.
select through there. There are different ones for your left hand and your right hand. Um,
Holy shit.
Crafting stuff works really well. Like, it runs really well. I
Mm-hmm.
was surprised too. Like, I first tried this game out when it first came out, and ran like crap on my
Yeah.
computer. Like, my computer has been upgraded a little bit since then, and that probably helps too. But I was surprised. Like, it works really well in VR, and it looks pretty neat.
How's your
I,
planet or whatever? The first planet you're on or whatever? Have you found any crazy stuff in the
I already went
world?
to another planet because of the tutorial,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing super crazy. Like, just typical tree-looking plants, like spheroid boulders. It's I went through a couple caves. They're all pretty normal. Like, it, except for the base building stuff, which wasn't in the game the last time I played it.
Right.
It's all fairly standard. Yeah, I'm surprised like how like not a pain in the ass doing everything in that game is.
Huh.
I'm actually playing it seated, which I saw was like the recommended way to do it. But I'm using the Windows Mixed Reality
Oh, okay.
controllers with them the whole time, and I didn't have to do anything to set up like specific Windows Mixed Reality controls in the game. They were already there by default, which I would hope so because it's a Windows
Yeah,
10
you would
like
hope.
version of the game. Yeah. But yeah, like all of the stuff worked. Like, these little triggers are like confirm. These little triggers have different context sensitive stuff
Well, neat.
depending on it. Like, the little analog sticks you use to move, change the camera. Like, it's a real game. This is the first game in VR that I've played that actually feels like a real game. It's really
Cool.
neat.
What do you think of the actual like No Man's Sky part of it? Like, do you think are you enjoying that? Like the underneath the VR.
Underneath, it's kind of just like Minecraft.
Okay.
Like, I'm going around,
Uh
I'm
huh.
getting materials, like, I need stuff to fix my ship hull or whatever, or I need to go around to these areas to collect data so I can unlock blueprints for my base building
Neat.
and stuff like that. Um, yeah, like, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, it is kind of just farting around in
Hmm.
a weird way. Like, I have to make my own fun, kind of like you were saying. But I don't know. It does have a little bit of structure with the tutorial. I got further last time when I played it. Like, I actually went out in space and went out to like different
Huh.
bases and things like that. And I haven't encountered any like sentient aliens yet, just like animal style ones. Um, but yeah, I'm planning on playing some more of it today. The only thing that's kind of a pain in the butt is that I have to switch to contact lenses.
Mm.
So that's the only thing that, and I have to do like a little bit of setup. Like it's not that much of a big deal. Like there's enough space, especially since I'm playing it seated, to where it's not like a big rigmarole to do.
Huh.
But yeah, it's pretty dang neat.
That seems
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember like the progression of the game is like you kind of build your ship up and your base up, and then you're supposed to go towards the middle of the galaxy or something like that. Is that how you beat? There's a way to beat it, isn't there? It's like a end.
I think by finding like these ancient relic type things,
Ancient relics?
you're supposed to like connect these dots with these ancient relics on different planets, and then they give you coordinates that lead you basically to like the middle of the universe, and that's kind of the end game. But I don't know, it seems like they've also updated the game a whole lot since then. Like I think there's like a weird economy thing where you can like sell stuff like to other players. I don't even know, I haven't really looked it up that much, and I'm still just kind of in the basics right now. They're still doing a lot of tutorial type stuff, which is pretty extensive. Like I played it for like 4 or 5 hours last night until I couldn't take it anymore with my headset. Like it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. And my face was all super red when I was done.
You got that VR face? Good.
Perfect. Yeah, I totally had VR face. I could tell like before I even took it off. And my batteries were getting low. Like I use Eneloops on my controllers, so yeah, had to recharge those. But yeah, I'm surprised. It feels like a real actual video game I'm playing instead of just like a little taste or a little tech demo.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is something I will check out at some point. When they get out of VR headset, I'm gonna buy at some point. Maybe, I don't know. I just want to play No Man's Sky though. They really turned that game around. Like remember when it was like people hated him. Like the anger, the rage. I remember on this very podcast, people were like they fucked up.
Yeah, well, it didn't run very well, and they promised a whole lot, and only like now, a couple years later, have they really delivered on everything. So I can see like. And they sold it for like $60, and Sony tried to hype it a whole lot, and blah blah blah.
I think if it was $20 at that time, that would have been fine.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And it's a deal right now to play it on Game Pass. That's for sure. I'm tempted to try it and see if my save file carries over to like a non-VR version to see if that's like if they're totally separate like launches, or if it's just like, hey, we load in VR settings. I'll probably do that tonight before I actually set up my VR stuff. But yeah, like the game overall seems pretty neat. Like it is a lot of like, okay, I need to harvest more sodium because my exosuit needs it. So this other thing I'm doing gets put on hold for a second. Oh, now I need more dihydrogen so I can make this jelly to repair this thing, blah, blah, blah. It's like a lot of it is kind of busy work type stuff, but I kind of like that in video games, like Harvest Moon, so yeah.
Cool. Enjoy. I will be playing that at some point. Once I can pry myself away from Minecraft, I'll also jump into No Man's Sky. It's not a great jump between game, but whatever. That's fun.
They're different enough, like aesthetics-wise, and there's a lot less focus on combat in this game than I think in even Minecraft. So, at least so far. I don't know. Maybe it gets crazier later.
You gotta be TIE fighting or whatever, right? You gotta be
From what I remember, there wasn't a ton of like ship combat.
No TIE fighting?
I think there was a little bit, but it wasn't like every time you go up, you're just fighting dudes. And yeah, like the actual VR controls for flight were pretty neat too. And flying around in a spaceship. I liked it better than oh shit, I can't remember what the name
Elite
of.
Dangerous?
Yes, yeah, it was a lot more
That's the one
easier to
everybody says,
manage
yeah.
than Elite. Yeah.
I bet. Elite's a different beast sometimes when it
Yeah,
comes to...
trying to land my ship in Elite in VR without fucking stuff up was a lot more of a pain in the butt.
What the hell's that Microsoft Flight Simulator coming? I feel like I ask this question every couple of weeks. But that's the game I would love to play in VR. That seems like a neat thing. Flying just planes rather than space planes. But anyway, cool. No Man's Sky, a classic. He becoming a classic.
I mean, it's pretty neat for just the price on Game Pass.
Yep.
Like a couple weeks before it went on Game Pass. No, like just a week before, a few days before they announced it being on Game Pass, it was like 50% off. And I was like, oh, I'm kind of tempted to get it. And I held off just because I'm spending so much money on other stuff right now.
Right.
And I'm glad I waited. Like, I wouldn't feel bad buying it now because I know it actually runs well in VR and is pretty neat to experience in VR. So,
Sure. Cool. Okay, Mary, let's talk about how's Phantasy Star Online 2. Let's just touch base on that.
it works now.
Does
I got
it?
it to work.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
The thing is, I had to follow. Okay, there was an update to the tweaker, like the ARCS launcher, the unofficial, like, fan made launcher, which is how you originally played, like, Japanese PSO2 in English, in a limited amount of English, and I had used that before. They updated it to support the North American version, so you don't have to use the official launcher. And using this, I actually there was a guide that I saw on Reddit. I deleted where it was in the Microsoft like store version and then reinstalled it in a different location. Microsoft Store still thinks it's installed. I ran like a PowerShell script that somebody wrote, so I still have permissions. But basically, the game is installed somewhere else. I will not get redundant like backups
Right.
of like the install 3 or 4 times anymore using this method, and it actually runs. It works. There's no lag. Even though they fixed the lag recently, like this week officially too. But yeah, it works. I can play it. I have not spent more money in it yet, but I'm on the gold tier mission pass and I'm doing like the season pass type stuff. I'm still playing the game. It's still fun. It is kind of brainless though. Like
Yeah,
it is.
sure.
It's my game I play when I'm listening to a podcast or watching a stream or whatever. I have made my character look very cool. Got some cosmetics. Yeah. They replaced the lobby with a bunch of Sonic stuff now.
What?
Wedding stuff. So.
What? Sonic stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. There's rings all over the place, and when you collect them, it makes the ring sound. Yeah, it basically looks like the plaza in Sonic Adventure or whatever.
No.
Yeah, it's dumb.
No.
It's fine. I like it. Whatever. I have like all the music and sound effects turned down to like nothing.
I love it, but also I don't want to hear it. I want to hear anything about
Not really. Like it's my thing to do while I'm doing something else. Like it's fine.
Sure. Right.
It's a free to play game.
It's a free to play. I mean, it's very free to play.
Yeah.
Exceedingly free to play.
I haven't found any of that stuff too.
No, it wasn't
yet,
bad,
like
but
my inventory space or whatever.
But you feel it around the edges. You could feel, you know, it's that game. It's very strange. I want to play more, but I also would like. There was a couple days there where we were playing as a group, and that was nice. It's just like when you don't have a group.
Well, I still have the Alliance going. I'm still playing it every day, so whatever.
Other people are too, aren't they? A couple people are.
It's dropped off a whole lot. I'll say that.
That's fair. Well, Minecraft got in the way. Now everybody's playing.
Yeah.
Everybody's on to the craft game. So
They'll be back.
They'll come crawling back to PSO too.
I'll try and upgrade the tree for everybody while...
The tree?
Yeah, your Alliance, when you go to the Alliance headquarters, there's like a little magical tree in the main area, and you get buffs. You can like up your rare item rate or the amount of money or experience you get by going up to the tree every day. I gotta water the tree, I gotta upgrade the tree.
I gotta keep the tree going.
As the Alliance boss, I gotta maintain this tree.
You didn't know what you signed up for when you started that Alliance.
Yeah, I guess not. And plus, I'm like the only person still playing it, but that's fine. Whatever.
Well,
I'm gonna keep playing it.
We can move on then. The only other thing I had to talk about was I watched Looney Tunes. The new Looney Tunes.
That's not a video game.
That's not a video game. I know. I just wanted to say I like that new Looney Tunes show quite a bit.
Okay.
Bugs Bunny has yellow gloves.
What?
He's got yellow gloves on, rather than his white gloves.
Is this like a Sonic Blue Arms thing?
Yes. I'm gonna say yes. I don't truly know what you are referring to, but I'm gonna go with yes.
You don't want to know. It's fine.
Sonic Blue Arms.
Yeah, just put that in Google and have a fun time.
I like it a bunch. It's very fun. Very well animated. Got that kind of, I don't know if you've watched any DuckTales. Kind of, I don't even know what you call it.
The new DuckTales?
I don't even know what you would call that. It's not hand-drawn. It's got to be like animated in an engine, but then given like that hand-drawn look. Like it's got to be, is it CG, but then also...
Really?
It's weird.
Well, is it like, I'm sure it's definitely like computer animated because all shows are now, but do you think like they drew like on a tablet and then computer coloring, or is it like actual 3D models, or what are you saying here?
Let me show you, let me just post up a link here. Looney Tunes. That's 5 years ago. Okay, hold on now.
So is this like on the HBO streaming service thing or something?
Yep.
Are you getting that legally? Like, okay.
Yes, I am actually. I did subscribe for...
Okay.
Well, for now. Wink. Till my free 7-day trial or whatever.
You should link this in the chat too,
I
so
will.
People know what we're talking about.
I will, folks. There you go.
Okay, I'm looking at it. It looks like it's old style, kind of.
The cool thing about it, the thing that made me go like, wow, this is really neat, was that opening, the credits thing, where you got like the names and stuff, where it's like, you can tell almost that hand drawn, like.
Yeah, they're trying to make it look like it's from the 40s or whatever style of the credits and everything.
God, those look so good. Good. I want to get, I might get something like that for my wall. I just love the way those typography on those look.
Okay, this looks like traditional style 2D animation, basically. Actually, I'm looking at some of this, and it's kind of John Kay looking. Sylvester had a face that was very Ren and Stimpy for a second, so that's weird.
Yeah.
Some of these expressions are very that style.
It's like somewhere in between. Oh my God, Tweety died in this episode. Jesus. God.
I thought you said you watched these.
Did. I didn't know I was linking this one though. Good God, I don't remember. It just has this. It's like close to that, and I can't put my finger on if it's. I don't think it's hand drawn. I don't think it is.
No, it is.
Think it is.
Yeah, it's hand drawn using like tablets, and then it's like anime now, basically.
Yeah, true. That's crazy. Well, I think it's hand drawn, but I would think the characters themselves might be. You don't think? Really?
No.
I just think they look so different. But
they're just animated a little differently. This is more of a like 90s John Kay kind of, but not as extreme. It's got touches of it.
I would like to say also, Elmer Fudd no longer has a gun.
Oh.
What do you think? What do you think he has?
I don't know.
A scythe. A fucking scythe.
How is that better?
Less. That's disturbing. More disturbing than a gun. Like that's messed up, my friend.
Is there gore in these Looney Tunes?
Of course there is. Of course there's gore. What's the big guy called who's made out of hair?
I think he's just called like the Monster.
The Monster. Like, I love him. He's so good. He's my favorite. He's my favorite Looney Tune.
He might have a different name. I don't know. Now, Google that for me. 'Cause I'm... Okay.
The Monster. I will. I've got it.
Warner Brothers.
The Monster. I would also like to posit that I love what they did with Daffy. They brought him back to Daffy from the original stuff. Like, Daffy nowadays felt like too much like Daffy Duck. Wait, no, too much like Donald Duck. Yeah, he felt too much like Donald.
Just angry.
Just angry, and then like kind of almost well spoken. Like Daffy, he's insane. He's not right in the head. I like him a lot. Henry the Hawk, he's Gossamer. That's his name. Gossamer is the large.
Okay.
Gossamer.
When does he get a name?
He introduced Gotham in 1946. Hair-raising hair. Huh. Gossamer. He's got creepy fingernails. Lord have mercy, the nails.
The way you're talking about it sounds very... Oh, no, I see in this one screenshot if you're looking at Wikipedia now. He just has a very... Like, I could see a lady with those nails. They're not that crazy.
Maybe it is. A DJ has said in chat, sorry. I don't know why he's apologizing for Gossamer, but he's apologizing for something. Nothing wrong with
He's apologizing that we're talking about Looney Tunes right now.
Well, I'm so sorry I brought up Looney Tunes. A classic. You can come in, DJ. I will figure out a way to move some frames if you would like to hop in, sir. You don't need to, but you can. We're going to move on to news anyway. I don't got anything else to talk about. I've been playing Minecraft.
Like I've been keeping up with Idolmaster and stuff, but nothing new to report there. It's still Idolmaster. I haven't bought the monthly premium membership they introduced yet, but I'm tempted to do it, but I shouldn't. So I haven't.
Don't give in. I've been playing Retro Bowl. Did I talk to you about Retro Bowl? Or did I talk to DJ about Retro Bowl? It's a football game on your phone where you pull the little guy back and he goes, woo! And that's it. I finally got into Philadelphia Eagles. What?
Oh. Mm-hmm. Forget about football. I also bought that itch.io
Me too.
bundle.
Holy shit.
I plan on digging onto that
I'm gonna
this week too. Yeah.
That was my plan for Thursday. Just play those games. Just dig into that. Dig into the deep, dark
maybe
hole.
Rename your Thursday stream.
Yeah.
Just to be nicer, because these people donating their hard work.
Maybe I'll just do Monday Mess, then I'll just make it this week. Why is everything?
That's less. Monday
Trash
Mess
is hard, right?
Puts less of an emphasis on
an onus. Yeah.
It's more your mess than like the game's mess.
Okay, here comes DJ. He's gonna jump in. He's jumping in on this. He wants to talk about the mess. Welcome to Looney Tunes.
I mean, that's what this podcast is, Please no more.
By the way, I threw those Chex Mix pieces like over there because I was just like, all right, I'm doing it during the podcast, dude. I gotta stop.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, don't do that.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
Even me with like my pregnancy snack corner next to the computer, I'm not touching it. I even have like a drink that I have barely had anything of, but
I feel fine drinking during the podcast, but maybe I should get like a blurry Nike logo to put over all my. Oh God, broke completely. Oh God, hold on. I'm just gonna bring up the whole thing here. Hold on, folks.
So I was coming in.
He said he was coming in, and I was not prepared. Not at all prepared. Display capture.
Hi, I'm your host, Albie.
Okay. Hello.
I'm talking about this itch.io bundle that I bought.
everybody should buy it, really.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot to buy it. How long have we got left? 3 days as of this recording?
Yep. That's right. Current topic.
Oh no, I winged it. It ends in a day, so a day and 9 hours.
Okay. I need to text my sister to have her get in on this. She probably got it. But...
It's so many games. It's ridiculous.
There's a bee game that I saw people talking about in this bundle.
A bee game?
A bee game. You have to manage a hive. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, cool.
I'm trying to scroll down, and people said it was a good one. It was a really fun, good game.
There's one that I saw mentioned that I haven't played yet called Skeletress. It's like a dungeon crawler where you play as a skeleton, and the whole like gimmick of the game is that it's about inventory Tetris. Like all of your pieces of inventory that you equip, you have to put like in the size of a box.
Oh, that's neat.
And they're all Tetris type pieces. And yeah, that looks very fun.
Huh. That's neat. How's that look, everybody? If you're watching the stream. Look okay?
I'll check.
Confirm that looks fine.
I'm a little stretched, but
yeah.
It's stretched. Oh no! Oh no!
It's very horizontal.
yeah.
It's very horizontal, you say. Okay.
There is a game. Oh, Pyre's in this. That's cool. There's a game called Gunbare Super Strikers. It's a turn-based tactical RPG soccer game.
Oh, I put current topic in the wrong spot. Oh no!
I could not find this B game. Apparently, it was meant to be added to this thing. I don't know where. Maybe it was added late, so like it's like right at the bottom or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Can you say like how many pages worth of games there are right now? Like
Fuck knows. It just keeps auto-updating as I keep scrolling down. It just keeps adding more lines.
Let me see, because I actually bought it, and let's see.
Kaiju Big Battle.
I was at 1,600 at some point. I think that's when I bought. Oh
Jesus! I'm gonna stop scrolling now. I'm just gonna Google B game.
Apparently, there's 56 pages of games in your in my inventory.
God. 56.
And let's see.
Hive Time is what it's called.
Hive Time.
You have to build a hive, make honey, and manage the hive, make it grow, etc., etc. Hive Time.
There's about 30 games or projects or whatever listed per page as well. And I think my cat is crying in the background, so sorry about that.
Good. Let him cry. Okay, we're almost there. Everything is almost reset.
Question: do you need like an itch account? Where will this like link? Does this
It
link
will
to anything?
email you I think you input an email. It will email you a link to a page, but somewhat it's easier to just make an account because then you can just because like you would have to
an account.
Singularly download each one rather than just opening a launcher, right? Like it's just
Well, I tried the launcher and it didn't want to install on my PC, so I still just have like the link open. But they're all associated to my account now, at least. So, as far as I know.
Okay, I have a Google Chrome window open now. I will go over there.
There's also a note on here. Note, we will be updating this page soon. We know it's difficult to navigate so many games. We know you want a button to add show everything in your library. No need to reach out. Any new games added to the bundle will automatically show up here. Thanks.
Mother of sweet Jiminy Christmas.
It was just way more successful than they anticipated.
Well,
I
yeah.
guess, so.
And it seemed like people really came out. Hidden Folks. There's my recommendation to you folks. DJ, did you play Hidden Folks? That's a great game.
Nope.
That's a great game. It's kind of like I Spy or something like that, but it's like little hand-drawn things.
I remember this, yes.
And you click. Oh, it's so good. It's just a great little game. Yeah, like picking people
I've
out of crap.
scrolled to the point where I'm getting a lot of fan service RPGs.
Woo! Also, this is like, I think Jeff on Giant Bomb said, hey, this is, if you ever wanted a press account, this is what a press account looks like. I mean, that's 1,000 games, my friends. That's a lot of games. I'm glad someone...
Another thing I got from this bundle that I haven't really messed with yet is somebody's making their own kind of Neopets type game. It's figment.pet is the website. And I have just started out with it. It's still technically an alpha, so this basically gets you like an alpha key to test it out. I have barely touched it though. Like I've made my avatar and I've picked some pets, but that's about it. Yeah.
I know Midge. We were in a D&D group. I don't talk about D&D very much, but we've been playing a lot of D&D. We streamed it the other time.
Oh really?
In
what
Discord.
Did you...
In Discord.
Oh, okay.
Not for the freaky people out there, the randoms that want to come in and do it. But there's actually a lot of I know HexKit I'm looking at right now, which is like a neat little like mapping tool where you can map out hexes and stuff like that. And there's a lot of cool
and there
stuff
are a
like
lot
that.
of pen and paper like rule sets included with this, like whole game types. So
might I interest you in a game called Play with Gilbert?
Okay, it's
in the chat.
We'll be playing with Gilbert. What's going on with Gilbert?
Kind of fucked up looking kitties that you. I think it's a.
I saw this game. Yes, I was showing it to Gary. The guy that made this game made it for his young 4-year-old daughter. I actually want to install and play this because it looks adorable.
Is that game earlier on the day 2 of the Gorilla Collective with the witch lady, and you're making a cat cafe, and she's riding on a giant cat, and there's giant bears. Do you remember that?
The name of that game is Calico, and it's on my wish list.
It's on your wish list. Good. Yes, I wanted that too. That looks just. There are so freaking many games. God damn it, Jesus Christ. Creature Pack Heroic Access Series. Creature Pack. I have no idea. You know how long it's gonna take me if I made a commitment to try to figure out each of these games and like play the ones I don't know. It would take me years.
I'll just say, like, if you're a part of the Something Awful forums, there is actually a forum thread of people going through this bundle and posting, like, the games that they found interesting. And that's how I heard of Skeletrus. If you have a membership to the Something Awful forums, that thread is actually pretty neat.
Cool. I mean, I guess I don't give Itch enough credit. Like, sometimes Itch feels like lately it's blended into the background in a way that's not... But, like, I didn't know there was this many goddamn games on Itch, let alone, like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a game that I'm following on Itch right now. I haven't bought it yet. Called Idle Manager, where it's an idle managing sim, and it actually is in super depth. Idols can get into scandals, like you make singles, you sell out concerts and stuff. I will link it over here in the chat. But it actually looks really cool. The only reason I haven't played it is that for the Itch version, they are charging more than what they're going to charge on release at Steam, because when you buy the Itch version, you are actually like contributing to the game as well. And I don't need to do that. I just want to play the finished game, but it looks very cool.
I will just say that
Your
There's so many.
Google thing is not quite centered, but that's fine, Albie.
Okay, that's fine. That's not what I wanted, but okay. Hold on now.
Or at least the game list is like cut. Or whatever.
I linked Idle Manager in the chat if you want to load that up on the actual stream too.
I will. I will load it up on the stream.
It actually looks really neat.
There we go. Idle Manager, you say. Oh my god. What have I done? I've done something horrific.
And they get into dating their co-workers.
Oh, I'm not sure about co-workers, but there'll be like events that'll pop up and like so-and-so was caught like going to so-and-so's house.
Nice.
What do you want to do?
Disown them forever.
Murder them.
Answer. So I've missed like basically the last 2 days. The last thing I saw was the PC game show, and the only other thing I've seen is the PS5 event. What else have I missed? I guess that's a lead into news anyway, because discussion of shit being announced.
Discussion of shit being announced. Let me go to freaking...
The PC gaming show and the PS5 event are basically like the big ones. There's been the IGN Summer of Gaming thing going on in the background kind of the whole time. And as part of that, IGN has also been hosting this Guerrilla Collective indie game showcase for like the past 2 days. I think there was also the Future Game Show hosted by Games Radar that didn't really, as far as I know, there wasn't anything super exclusive in that.
Was that today?
That was yesterday. Okay.
Afternoon. What was today? Because people were talking a bunch about games today.
Guerrilla Collective 2.
Some shit.
Day 2 of that Guerrilla Collective, which is basically the same as the Kind of Funny indie game showcase they had last year. It's hosted by Greg Miller, except it's larger. Yeah. They showed quite a bit of indie games in that as well, too.
Yeah.
I should see if I have a link of everything they showed there.
But like, what were your highlights from the PC gaming show? Because there was a couple good stuff, and then there was some dev that I'm gonna try and look up that announced like 4 things. I think they're called "We Hate Money" or something from the PC game show.
I mean, I hate money too, but give it to me. Anyway, I'm just saying, we hate money too. But...
from the PC gaming show, a big thing for me was Friends of Mineral Town coming to PC. I'm getting it on Switch, but that's cool that it's going to be available on PC. Like, the whole reason Stardew Valley got made is because basically that game was not on PC.
Right.
Another cool thing is obviously Persona 4 on PC. Persona 4 Golden for only $20. It's basically a Vita game, upscaled, but I mean, it's a big deal that you can play that officially and legally on PC.
For me, I think the big thing was seeing more Baldur's Gate 3. Fucking, I love that. I want to play that game so bad. I want to play that game so bad. Larian talked about like, hey, the transition to working from home wasn't super smooth, so they're probably gonna have to delay that at some point. But
yeah, they said they want to have an early access build up in August.
Yep.
And then as soon as that showed up on the trailer, there was the word maybe underneath it, which was pretty cute. Torchlight 3 is in early access right now. I've been tempted to get it, but then when I looked it up, I saw that it was online only, and apparently the servers cannot handle it at the moment. So I've decided to wait on that.
That game looks neat. Duskmage Forge. Yeah, I mean, Torchlight never caught on the way I think Diablo got on, but it'd be cool.
Definitely not.
It'd be cool to have it do well.
One was really cool. Just I remember when that came out on Xbox Live Arcade, and it was only like $20, and it was neat to have like a full Diablo style action RPG on the 360.
That Total War game doesn't look as good as I want it to look. Just gonna be honest with you on that one. That looked not great. A little, I don't know. Outside of like Total War Warhammer, they haven't been doing a. I mean, I guess they did Three Kingdoms, right? But
Haven also looked really cool.
right.
That was a playable demo before as part of like Jeff Cayley playable demo festival gaming. I don't remember the name of it anymore. That looked very neat still. There was a game they showed called Potionomics, which looked like the Japanese indie game Recettear, where it's like somebody running an item shop for RPG adventurers.
Right.
That looked very cool. Had nice 3D like character animation.
Every time I see this New World thing from the Amazon people, I go, "That's not gonna do well. That's just not." What else we got? Godfall's coming on PC. Mortal Shell's coming on PC.
The people were called New Blood Interactive. I was confused because they like to buy URLs with
Very
fun
silly.
names. Yes, I think the URL they had was wehate.money. Their merch store is waste.money. And then they just have dumb stuff. Like when I first looked at it, I was like, "That's a game. That's just Hexen."
Right. Mm-hmm.
And their URL for that game is I can't believe it's not Hexen.com. They've got deaderspace.com for their Dead Space clone. Thiefwithguns.com for Gloomwood.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. Devilmayquake.com for
Ultra Kill.
their Ultra Kill, that's it. Yeah. Which is basically just Quake but with the Devil May Cry like scoring system. Yeah, their whole bit kind of won me over, and their games looked pretty fun for what they were.
Yeah. Evil Geniuses 2 looked pretty good, but I feel like they've promoted that a lot. That looked cool though. I like Evil Geniuses. I don't really see anything else. Mafia, Unexplored 2, Don't Wait for Love, Among Trees.
So, the Mafia... Is Mafia 3 getting, like, a upgrade or remaster or some shit?
I think they're doing high-res text. They might be doing a texture pass on it, but...
Mafia 3 was, like...
Newish.
Like 3 or 4 years ago.
My 1070 can get jet engine with that game, so yeah.
I don't think they're doing anything with Mafia 3. I think they're just bundling it. That would be my guess. I know they're doing 2 and they're getting new textures or something like that. And then 1 is getting a total overhaul. And that's all I know. The Paradise Killer is a good game.
You know what game I don't want to see any more of ever again?
Uh-huh.
Fortnite.
No, that's fine. I don't want to see any more of this Metal Hellsinger game published by Funcom. It has been in every single stream.
It has been.
They're showing the same gameplay clip where it's supposedly like a rhythm-based shooter, but
that thing.
And they at the end they're like, look at all these metal bands that are contributing. But even during one of the interviews, they're like, well, the whole thing with the shooter is that we want to have dynamic music, so we're not playing to like standard tracks. And I'm like, well, why are these bands even in the game then? Like,
the way I read it, I don't think it's bands. I think like they were like plus vocal additions from like Matt Heafy from Trivia. That's the one I saw on the like 3 seconds they showed.
So will they just have like vocal snippets at some point?
I think so. I don't think it's snippet. I think like they actually got the vocalists of those bands to like sing over those songs or like contribute songs, but not like Trivium songs, like
But
original songs. From
is
those
that
people.
going to be during the gameplay? Like, how are you
Yeah,
going to have dynamic
that's my
music
guess.
with also vocals?
Fuck knows.
Okay.
Fuck.
But they, yeah,
It's
who
metal
knows?
screaming.
Because they didn't show it during the actual
Right.
thing, and that would actually be interesting. But no, yeah, it looked pretty boring. And they keep showing like long gameplay segments of that game in every single stream.
Yep.
No matter what it is.
Trash Sailors. Just cause it's me. Trash Sailors is good. The one guy we didn't want to touch on though was Twin Mirror by our friends at Don't Nod. Twin Mirror. Twin Mirror. I want to touch on that because there's an interesting thing going on. There's a rumor mill happening in, let's just say, the Life is Strange community right now. Which is...
Is this a secret Life is Strange game or something?
Wow.
No, the rumor mill is Don't Nod is going to start doing... Either they're going to do like kind of like Life is Strange Season 2 and then Twin Mirror stuff. But the rumor is they're doing like... They might be handing off Life is Strange to the people that did Before the Storm. And letting them kind of handle all the Life is Strange stuff. At least that's what the rumor's been. So... Who knows? Because Before the Storm, I guess, did a lot better than Season 2 of Life is Strange. So,
Oh.
like, a lot better. So.
And I assume, like, Square Enix owns Life is Strange and not Don't Nod.
Yes.
So, okay.
And the comic book series has been doing very well as well. And I would like to, again, take just a nice lap here. Just a nice little run around and say, it's my ending that was selected as the thing for the comic book. It's my ending.
The bad ending.
The great ending. I just want to put it out there. Just a little lap around it.
Stop eating checks.
I can't! I'm gonna choke. Fuck. Okay.
I'm gonna call you out every time I catch you.
Don't
with the
ever.
checks.
I'm gonna have to like sneak. I'm gonna have to be like, all right, I'm over here. Oh no. Okay.
What was the stream today? There was some shit today. Was it just us, IGN?
And just Guerrilla
thing?
Collective 2, but I didn't
Right. What
see
was
a lot
today?
of new stuff.
People were talking about a card game and going, oh, this is a card game. It's a good card game. I don't know.
The wine game was there. The wine game.
The wine game.
Yes,
wine game.
yeah.
The
The
wine
gimmick
game.
for both of these days of Guerrilla Collective streams and basically a lot of indie games is that there's a card element to it. Like, even that Potionomics game had a card element. Yeah, lots of cards in all of these games being shown off.
I guess I forgot that the wine game is also a card game.
Yeah, it does have cards.
It does. Everything's got cards.
Speaking of, I think I found a good wine thing that I'll drink. It's Asti, A-S-T-I.
Asti?
Sparkly. It's like super sweet. That's like the only good reason to drink anything.
Asti wine. Let's see here. I'm looking at it. I'm looking
It
at
might
a
be like
Wikipedia page.
Martini Asti or like Champagne Asti or something like that.
Asti
It's a-
Champagne. Yeah.
Provence.
Spark.
I miss that.
Let's see.
I've been drinking these like 0.0 fake beers.
Wow,
they're
that's
okay.
disgraceful.
Woo.
Well, that's all I can do right now. So I sit in my little child-sized inflatable pool in the backyard. It's nice and
Too
hot,
hot.
and I have a Heineken 0.0. That's my relaxing time lately. Don't laugh.
You gotta get one of those little beer floaty things, right? Where you put the beer in the pool
I have
float.
a little table next to
Oh,
my...
you have a little table.
Drinking
Okay.
beer
Yeah.
for taste. Yeesh.
Boy. Oh
I
boy.
miss it.
Drinking beer for taste.
Well,
Wow.
I got a Bitburger 0.0, but there's not a lot of options for
Yeah.
0.0 beer. Like, I don't even want to do the
Oh, really?
O'Doul's,
Not in
like-
America?
no, not here. I've
Not
heard
a
of
lot.
there's some indie beers like doing it more, but they are a higher alcohol quantity, and I'm still
So,
like not trying to do that.
Here's a dumb fucking anecdote. On my stag do crawl thing in London, we were just going from like point A to point B, and point B would be like the trains that we would take back home. And so there's a giant brewery from Scotland called Brewdog that does a bunch of stuff. They have some like American ones, mostly in Ohio or some shit, but they do some American beers and stuff. I like their stuff, and they have a lot of like pubs around London especially. And on the route was a bar that's it said like something like Camden AF, like Camden as for so I read it as like, oh, this is Brewdog being punky and edgy and going like Camden as fuck. I was like, yeah, that's cool, that's edgy and stupid and shit. So like I made it a point to like go there because like Brewdog has like specialty stouts and shit that are really cool. So we got in there and it looked a bit weird and like hipster is super hipstery. Like there were like fucking hammocks on the side and people sitting on these hammocks and
Hammocks.
shit. Yeah. We were already like 8 pints in, so we were pretty nice and plastered. We walked all the way through pretty loud as like a group and got to this got to the menu thing, which is like a kind of like a movie menu. Sorry, you know how they have like old school listings of movies? They put like the typography, the letters up there and stuff. And like we were just looking at the whole menu going like, all these beers say 0.5%. What's happening here? And like after like half a minute we clicked and we're like, oh, alcohol free.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And like one of the best bits is like we all immediately turned around and started walking out just hilariously laughing, and like one of the like douchey hipsters to the side was like, those guys thought it was an alcohol bar. I laughed my ass off at that.
Oh my god.
That's pretty ridiculous.
It was pretty fucking funny. I've drunkenly said something back at him. Like it was like, yes, I did, because I wanted alcohol. Something stupid like that.
Oh my goodness. Pretty good. Well, this wine looks very good, DJ. Thank you for taking us on that.
Asti's good. Yeah, there's a lot of alcohol-free shit over here. Like even Brooklyn Brewery, which is like meant to be an American thing, but like it was bought here and they brew it here. There's like lagers and stuff that's 0% here.
Sure, I could make some joke about you could just drink Budweiser, Mary, because then it's Budweiser's not beer. No, if you could drink, what is it? What's the one that's at the grocery store, like Pabst or something like that?
O'Doul.
PBR.
O'Doul.
Oh no, I thought you were talking
PBR.
about alcohol free. That's bad. Yeah.
Surely Shinerbach does something.
It would be
Shiner,
Lone
no.
Star here if you're talking about cheap, shitty beer, but that Lone Star can actually get you drunk, so never mind.
Yeah, alcohol free. So when they opened up, so quarantine related story, when they opened up, so I don't know, Pennsylvania did like, you can't get any beer during the quarantine or whatever, which is its own horrifying, like they closed all the bars and all the liquor places, so people were really
They didn't have
drying
liquor
out.
stores
No
open?
liquor stores
Oh.
open. It led to a little bit of tension. And so when they opened it back up, there's a place called Cooper's, which is a restaurant with a giant seafood crab sitting atop of it. And he was on the news, Mr. Cooper. He was like, yeah, I made 40 gallons of alcohol the day they opened. I was like, why are you going to Cooper's Seafood for fucking 40 gallons of alcohol? I don't even know what they would have made. Martinis or something? Like, I don't know. Have any idea, but
They allowed like alcohol orders to go from restaurants during our quarantine, and
Yeah.
they're thinking like that might be a permanent change in Texas now too.
yeah, well, but 40 gallons. Just think about how much. He said he was mixing the entire morning. I just don't understand.
That's really weird. Yeah.
I just don't understand.
I do like how your Google window is centered on what is the point of alcohol-free spirits.
What is the point of alcohol-free? Goodhousekeeping.com.
Yeah.
A guide to going alcohol-free and the best alcohol-free beer. Let's click this link.
What do they say is the best?
It's not good.
The benefits of giving alcohol up. Short-term improvements. Long-term wins. Keeping motivated.
What's number one?
Number one. That's a weird way to display that.
Yeah, that
Good
Heineken
housekeeping.
0.0.
Heineken.
Yep,
Yeah.
Heineken. There it is. Then you
It
got
tastes like Heineken.
Free Star. I've never even heard of that. Peroni Liberari. Lucky Saint.
Yeah. Oh, these are British pound prices.
Oh, there you go.
It's alcohol-free gin.
What's the point of that?
Oh, I've had this wine. I had that. I don't know what it is. I had that at a party once. Fernex. I don't know how the hell we had it, but I recognize that label. It was
I've
bad.
had like
Ultra
sparkling.
cheap.
I've had sparkling like grape juice or whatever.
Right.
Cider,
Yeah.
but that's different.
One thing my wife used to get a bunch in America is like you just get a bottle of like apple cider, or
Right.
like whenever you get cider in America, it's like not hard, like it defaults to alcohol free, which is funny to me. That just doesn't really exist here. There's no alcohol free
Right.
cider.
That's all we had for a long time. Alcohol-free cider. It wasn't until like we even had cider mills around me, and they just didn't. They still don't. Most of them still don't do hard cider.
Yeah,
Add
I
to
had to
alcohol.
go to the fancy liquor store, like a town over, to get Strongbow.
Wow.
Like,
Strongbow.
Yeah.
Jesus
That's the one. I hate Strongbow.
Christ, the worst. It's the cheapest, nastiest, worst. It's the thing 14-year-olds get to drink in parks.
Wow.
It was expensive when I got it. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mhm.
because they sold you guys lies in America.
What's my favorite cider? Let's see if I can find that while I sit here for a second. Also, alcohol-free rum? Like, I don't even understand how these things exist. That doesn't even make sense.
Corner stores sell like 4-liter bottles of Strongbow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's not Angry Orchard. I don't like Angry Orchard very much. I think Angry
I like
Orchard.
Angry Orchard's actually okay.
Okay. I think it's a little too sweet for me sometimes. I mean, it comes off a little too
Exactly.
something for me.
I hate people who like, I want dry cider. I want that extra dry cider. I want that shit that makes your mouth dry as fuck.
That's fair.
The
That's
one
so
that we get
stupid.
here is called Austin East Cider, like East Side, but spelled with the
Great.
C. It's hey, he just scrolled past it. You need
Austin.
to scroll back
Yeah, I'm
up.
scrolling back up. Where is it at here? Austin East Side. There it is. Pineapple. Oh, pineapple cider. There it is.
See?
So that Recorder Lig next to that, it's pretty good stuff as well. Recorder Lig's really sweet though, so you won't like it, Albie.
Can't find the one that I like. It has like flowers on it or some silly shitting thing.
A lot of them do.
I know.
Magners, Strongbow, Bulmers, all the same company. It's all the same shit. All cheap.
I can see that. Yep. Spire? It's not Spire.
Although there's a Bulmer's Blood Orange that they don't do much anymore. That's actually a good one.
Oh, okay.
I like that one. Aspel is, you skimmed past it earlier, Albie.
Uh-huh.
You'll like Aspel ciders. They
Aspel,
can be
okay.
dry. Aspall.
I'm now in where I get ciders, which is the Wegmans store. Hold on one
Great.
moment. They don't really have many. Not woodchuck. It's like a fucking. I would recognize it if it shows up. I will recognize it. Hold. Might be getting to it here. Not woodchuck.
Oh, they have Austin East Ciders over where y'all are at. God.
these all like ciders, or are these like people losing their
No,
fucking mind?
no,
Now we're in a
you've
beer
got
The
section. Yeah.
IPAs and yeah.
Ciders.
Land Shark. Shock Top.
I think I must have missed it then. It was like
Someone last year was telling me the future was like wheat beers and white beers. I don't know about that. They don't really come over here.
They're popular here because Texas has a strong like German heritage, so
Right,
it's like
yeah.
a lot of Hefeweizen and stuff. But
I think this is it. I think it's Windavidge. I think that's it. Windavidge.
Brewdog has
That's it.
a beer that's let me see this. Windridge.
Windavidge.
Brewdog has a beer that is dedicated to Trump. Basically, it's called Mr. President. It's a double IPA, I think.
why?
You know.
No, they like making jokes with their drinks and stuff. There's also one
Oh,
that's
okay.
a grapefruit juice called Elvis juice.
Okay. I don't also melt the Stella Artois. They make cider. Cidery.
Sidra. Sidra is fine.
It's fine. Yeah, I like that.
They do like a strawberry or raspberry one. Much better.
I agree.
I linked in the chat the Mr. President Defiant Double IPA.
Ooh, I like beers that have a pine taste. I actually buy like this Alaskan Alpine beer or something in winter. It's very piney. I miss that.
Okay,
It's
we
pretty
can stop.
strong.
We can stop
It's not
tormenting
bad.
Mary now with alcohol she can't drink, and we can move on. I guess the big news story is PlayStation 5, right? And I'm gonna go on
Yeah.
record
Them curves.
right now. I like the way it looks.
It's ugly as fuck.
I love
don't
the
know
way
what y'all
it
are
looked.
talking
I
about.
love the bullshit. Give me more bullshit.
It's so dumb looking.
So
I mean,
good.
It's great.
I like plain boxes. Like the Series X looks fine to me. Like its big fridge aesthetics, I appreciate. I do not appreciate this like 2000s router look with the
It's so good.
wings and
Yes.
the
Yeah.
blue lights. It's so cheesy, but whatever.
I way prefer it over like the block, the obelisk.
I like plain, boring bricks. Like, give me that iPhone aesthetic.
I'd like to talk to you
Nah.
about this wood grain look. Looks real good.
It's not bad.
Wood grain. I think it's the white. I really think it's. I think it's the white that people don't. Because if you change that
I hate
color,
the top fins. I hate the top fins.
You hate the
so
fin?
much.
Stupidly good.
Yeah.
I wonder how it looks in
They're so
person.
good.
I feel like it looks bad, and just when you have a picture of it, doesn't look.
It's gonna
right.
look dumb as fucking person too.
Yeah, it will.
I don't know how they did a design worse than that V that y'all were so excited
the V
about.
is
The V is so good.
Dev kit V.
Great V.
But they did it. It's also apparently giant. Like people have done
Yep.
mock-up
Yep.
scale photos using USB ports and the disk drive. I should say that they are surprisingly having two versions of the PS5. One that's all digital without a disk drive, and one that does, that has the 4K like Blu-ray HD or whatever
And
support.
the best thing is like there's no like the Xbox SAD edition at least looked like an Xbox. This like the disc edition just looks like it's got a growth on the side.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It's-
that's true.
It looks
Gotta
so
be
much
good.
worse. It looks
It-
so much worse than the disc.
Yeah, it's so good.
It does seem like they designed like the digital version first.
Yeah.
And then they were like, wait, people might be mad. Like, we remember what happened with the Xbox One. We don't want that to happen to us. So here you go.
I don't know.
God, I love it.
If I'm gonna buy
So-
it, yeah, go ahead.
I read an article as well. The little bumpy bumps in the white plastic as well. This thing screams it's been over designed. Like there's that PlayStation logo that's been etched, carved out of the white fins. Like the blue LEDs are just appropriately lined everywhere. There's that smooth curve bullshit. The bumpy bumps in the white is not just like a texture. Like it's tiny circles and squares and triangles.
Really? Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's so good.
All right.
I
Yeah.
guess that makes sense because they were going over the top with
Yeah.
during the stream with all of their button like iconography
Yes.
imagery. Like every single time they showed something related to the PlayStation, it had like the cross,
true.
the circle,
Right.
triangle, square. So I guess that makes sense.
I mean, really, I think somebody said, this is the 5th PlayStation. We gotta go all out. We gotta make this thing like some like honor bound.
Possible.
Gotta make
Yes.
this thing.
Maybe they also just thought that there was like, we can probably only make like 50 of these for 2020, so let's make them like fancy as fuck. And 2021 is just gonna be like the standard types. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to just wait for the slim like redesign that doesn't look as stupid.
That's
Digital edition.
No.
PS5D.
It also looks dumb. It still has the fins.
Would you guys get the digital? Would you like? What's the?
No, fuck
No?
no.
You would,
No, I'm getting
disc?
the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it
As I
for
said-
the Blu-ray, for the 4K Blu-ray player or whatever.
Yeah.
That's really the
Yeah, I'm never buying a standalone 4K Blu-ray player.
Right.
So
Me
yeah.
too.
And as I was saying to one of our friends, Rain, in the chat when it was first announced, who was like adamant the digital edition is the only way to go. Final Fantasy VII Remake is £60 digitally. I bought that thing £30 on eBay. Like, there's no single way you're ever going to convince me that a digital edition is ever worth it for me when I can get games for like half price.
And they
Right.
keep talking about backwards compatibility with the PS5. A lot of the
Right.
games I own on PS4 are on
Right.
disc. So if I'm going to play those in my PS5, I need one with a disc drive.
That's true.
If this thing is bone silent, like I think it's totally the design works perfectly. If it's silent,
I feel like they would hype that up during like the
Silent.
conference too if it was
Right.
like that is a pretty people have complained about that forever on
Yeah.
systems, so
I'm not getting this thing this year. I'm gonna have some wherewithal, not buy this thing day one, even though there's a temptation there.
I might, just so I can flip it. I have no
Yes.
interest in like having it to have it and play shit. The lack of numbers means I'm just gonna flip it for like 400 extra pounds, so
Yep.
like $1,000.
yeah, they haven't released a price yet.
No.
Have they said like an exact release date either?
No,
No.
everything
Okay.
said holiday or like 2020. No one said like November or something like that.
Holiday, maybe.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not gonna buy one because the baby shows up in October, so I know it would just be like a waste of money. Like I'm barely gonna get to use it
Oh, yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Even
Again,
though I want to play Demon Souls, I want to play that Demon Souls remake
I
real
think
bad.
I don't think that's holiday anyway, so that's like
It probably
2021 or
isn't,
something.
yeah.
A lot of the good stuff they showed was 2021.
And a lot of the good stuff they showed is not exclusive, right? It's coming to PC too.
That's true too. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think there's only
it's going that way.
2 games, right? Isn't it?
Console exclusive.
It's Deathloop is console exclusive, and then Spider-Man. I think that's the only
And
2
I guess
consoles.
That's naturally
Probably Horizon Zero Dawn. The
Well, for a
Yeah.
while, yeah.
West or whatever.
exclusive. Yeah.
That still hasn't been the previous game still
Console
hasn't been put
exclusive.
on PC yet. Even though people were thinking it was going to drop this weekend as well, that hasn't happened yet.
Right, yeah, I remember that.
I'm interested in knowing about that camera. They announced the camera with it.
HD camera.
HD camera.
Yep.
That's all it said was HD camera, and I was like, is that like...
It has 2 camera
Lenses,
recording
yeah.
thingy lenses. Yeah, it has 2 of them. So I guess that is for some VR.
It's
if
gonna
you wanna
VR
do
at some
something
point,
like that.
yeah. Which hopefully gives it better tracking.
Depth.
you would
That
hope.
would that would definitely be the hope. Like they haven't said anything on future VR plans. I know that the previous PSVR they have confirmed is going to work with the PS5.
Yes.
But other than that, they haven't really said anything.
There was a tech video they put out at some point. They didn't talk about it being, but they did put out a tech video.
Yeah, there was
saying,
some like new finger tracking technology they have based on controller, like you're gripping a controller and the controller can sense like where your fingers are, how far away from the controller they are.
I think it had haptic feedback on the fingers, so you would feel pushback on each. I think that's what they were talking. Anyway, that might not be true. I might be lying to you. I know haptic feedback.
No, I remember the article. I'm sure we could dig it up, but it was some sort of finger tracking thing for VR, a solution that they patented.
So what games you guys like here? What's your also they have a Bug Snacks, right? Yeah, that's
Bug Snacks, which I'm gonna get on PC. Like it looks very
That's
cute.
a good kid game, yeah. The thing with the stream was like, in my entire time I never cared for kid games, but like I actually perked up for like Bug Snacks and Ratchet and Clank and stuff, and like the kid might be interested in this shit.
I'll be honest. I have no interest in The Last of Us. The Last of Us 2 or whatever. I'm more interested in Bug Snacks. Is that a problem?
Wow.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just like I want some upbeat games. There's been a lot of games that are just like death and dismay, and with the current state of things, I'd rather a few more upbeat games. So things like Bug Snacks and like Ratchet are like, whoa.
A game where you catch a little anthropomorphic like French fry spider. It's like French fries with a little ketchup paper cup as its body, and it's cute. And they have like the little ribbed like centipedes. They're just ribs, but they look like centipedes. It's just very, very cute. They had a cute theme by Caro Bonito. Yeah, it's a cool looking game. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank also looked very impressive.
Yep.
Like I said in chat when they showed it off, I was like, oh, this is a whole game of that one Titanfall 2 campaign level that everybody was going nuts with. It involves portals and like different worlds, and while you're in the game, you can like basically cross dimensions, and just it looked super pretty.
A lot of good indies there. A lot of good little indie games. I would like to also single out Ghostwire Tokyo for
it looked weird
looking game that has changed completely.
Yeah, it was very first persony, and why is Slender Man with like all these yokai and like Japanese ghosts like that pissed me off for nerd reasons.
This game screamed like it was a VR game.
I could see that. I also know didn't Gary Whitta come out and say he was working on? He and a team were worked on Athenia, whatever it is, Project
Athia.
The new
It looked good.
New
And
Square.
whatever that Capcom game at the end was Space Kid and Space Suit Man. Also, that thing looked like the most interesting thing.
Yep.
A lot of this was like not gameplay kind of stuff. Yeah, it's just more like concept trailer things.
Correction. The Resident Evil 8 looked like the most interesting thing.
That was neat.
As a I give zero shits about Resident Evil, but I accept that thing. That looked cool.
Yep.
I do not intend to play it, but it looked cool.
They didn't give me Silent Hill though.
No, they didn't. Yeah. I mean, I've heard talk now. They're like, oh, well, they're going to show Silent Hill in August or whatever. Like, I don't know. People are... Apparently, Final Fantasy 16 was also going to be shown at this PS5 thing. People on Reset Era were saying with, like, inside Square knowledge, and it got delayed at the last second. And that's also going to be shown in August, like a Gamescom kind of thing.
It's got to be such a weird time right now because they pushed back a week, and then got to be strange for them.
When is Tokyo Game Show? Like September time?
Yes, but it got canceled.
Oh, it's fully cancelled. Huh.
Yeah, as far as
I was
I
gonna
know.
say. Well, whatever thing they eventually do there, they might do their like own press conference thing. They might not need Tokyo Game Show. They might just do a press conference then.
Right.
I would appreciate that because this PS5 conference did not have that many Japanese developed games shown
Yeah.
off on it.
I also get not cutting Silent Hill. If you already have Resident Evil, that's a lot of you know, you want to kind of not do all of them. If you were going to cut Silent Hill, if it's not there yet, then that's fine.
It's
and they
also,
need to.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say it was interesting that Resident Evil leak about it being like Village and having werewolves was totally accurate as well.
Yeah. Leaks were interestingly accurate. I was going to say they also need a location to show off the next Yakuza game.
Yep. It's true.
I think they did show a little bit of that during the PC, or no, it was during the IGN summer.
Not
gaming
Yakuza
thing.
7, not Yakuza 7's like English port, the Yakuza 8, whatever.
Oh,
I feel like
okay.
I feel like they already mentioned that Yakuza 7 was its own unique thing, and Yakuza 8 was going back to the OG Majima kind of storyline, or back to those guys. It's not going to be RPG based. Sorry, not turn based.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Right.
Yep. I feel like they mentioned that somewhere.
I could see that taking a little bit longer, though. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's fair.
So what the hell is Spider-Man, by the way? What's that Miles Morales thing? Have we got clarification on what the fuck that is?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
Thank you.
eventually clarified what it was because they didn't.
Tell me, because I really
Everybody just assumed it was a
Separate
sequel
but
game.
equal.
don't know. Okay.
That was a sad tweet, sad joke tweet
Yes.
from the Hard Times. Yeah, it's like a spin-off, like Infamous, Last Light.
Last Light, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Or Lost
going to be
Lost
used...
Legacy, sure. Like
Yeah,
Uncharted.
it's going to be using a lot of assets from the PS4 Spider-Man game, but fancified, and it's going to be its own unique story, but it's not going to be as large of a game, it seems like.
Honestly, I'm just thinking of it now, but I'm sure other people were thinking of it before. This is just the tech demo game. Remember how they were like touting behind closed doors of like you can play Spider-Man and it takes like 0.2 seconds to load everything in the world? This is just that tech demo realized, and they already did the work, so they just went, fucking let's just put Miles Morales in there or
Yep.
something. Do some minimal work and sell this thing for probably full price. £65.
We'll see. I don't... That would be a bad idea. Like, it should be
$70.
less.
Get ready for those new console prices.
Also, yeah, they haven't said anything about... There was some Amazon listing, and a lot of the MSRP on PS5 games were $10 higher.
yeah.
I hope that's not a real thing.
Right.
Did you see the price of the console? It was on. Did somebody post it on Thailand or something like that? An Amazon
No.
listing for it. $700.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah, there was a £700, no, £600 listing, but I think that's placeholder. My assumption is it's going to be like 500 max. Maybe. I think I'll be mentioning this during the stream as well, like 500 for the 4K one, and then like 450, and you just get PlayStation Plus for like 4 years for the digital edition or something like that. Like some form of reason and incentive to stick with the digital one.
Right.
Yeah, they need something.
Yeah. They
Like,
need,
if it's only going to be a $50 difference, they need to pack in something else. And they don't have Game Pass, so...
Right, yeah, because they would not jump on their PlayStation Plus business of like, here's a PlayStation PS5 game for free every month, because they probably only have like 5 at launch.
Right.
That's already become a problem with Stadia, so yeah.
By the way, you hear that Gods and Monsters game? Is that going to be on Stadia? Is that on the link?
It was on Stadia for 30 minutes accidentally, the E3 demo from a year ago. And yeah, people were able to download it and play it for a little bit. It looks like Breath of the Wild and Assassin's Creed. Like, it
Great.
has the Breath of the Wild stamina meter.
Cool.
Apparently, the game is much different now because it got delayed. It also apparently has a new name that they haven't revealed as well. Um,
Oh,
but yeah.
Prince of Persia. No.
No.
have we had? Is Ubisoft doing any like anything other than like
I think
Assassin's
they
Creed?
do have an.
They
Oh,
do.
well, there's Watch Dogs that got delayed.
There's a is there like
An event?
yeah, for them.
Yes,
Because
there
they
is.
have Watch Dogs, they have Gods and Things, they have Beyond Good and Evil, they have that Skull and Bones, they have this new Assassin's Creed, they have Trackmania to address. They've got a ton of shit that they need. This year's Just Dance they need to announce.
Ubisoft Forward for their event, and that's July 12th. Was there?
Yes,
'Kay.
July 12th.
Was there a date for that? No, you'll probably hear about some of this from. Actually, never mind. You won't hear about any of it until, because the next Microsoft Fest is until August.
Yeah, July.
Or July.
Someone said July to me, so
Okay.
and I laughed at that because they should have been June because
Yeah.
they've been blown out of the water now.
Poor Microsoft. Shame. No, I think overall, yeah, good announcement. Sony, nice job. You did okay.
They did okay. Yeah, they did better than Microsoft, but yeah. I still was hoping for a little bit more actual gameplay. Like, they showed a pretty good chunk of Ratchet and Clank, the gameplay on that. But no, like, actual Spider-Man gameplay.
Right.
They were just like, here you go, it's Miles Morales. Yeah, not as much actual gameplay as I was hoping for.
Sure. If you haven't already, go watch that Miles Morales trailer, but set to What's Up Danger from the Spider-Verse thing. Very good. Very fun. Yeah, that's all. PlayStation 5. We'll see what happens with that, huh? We'll see. If it comes out this year. What else we got here? Mary, talk to me about pinball tables. Did you talk about pinballs?
No, I didn't. This is the other like announcement I cared about from the IGN Summer of Gaming thing. Arcade 1UP, which does home like 3/4 size like home arcade. Like they sell these things at Walmart.
Uh-huh.
You can buy a Pac-Man cabinet or whatever. They announced they're doing a virtual pinball table. It's going to be 3/4 size. It's going to have like a big monitor as like the actual playfield. It's going to come with like 10 Marvel Pinball Zen Studios like pinball tables. And they haven't announced the price yet, but their typical arcade cabinets are like $300. I know
wow.
that these new ones, they have more of an MSRP of like 400 to 500. And even like the least expensive like virtual pinball like setups, like if you're buying like the cabinets and a lot of the stuff, like I have a link I was looking at, it was like $850 and you had to buy the monitors separately. So if this is like a cheapish option and I can hack it, like I can hack the previous like Arcade 1UP cabinets, this might be a neat cheaper option to get some virtual pinball in my house. It has like tilt sensors. It has like actual buttons. It would be cool to have a little fake cheap pinball table that's not too shitty. Like I guess we'll see when it actually comes out what it's like, but it's an interesting looking option.
Yeah.
I want to know more. I signed up for their email list so I can find out like when they announce the price and when it's actually going to be out. They said it's going to be out holiday this year, along with like a Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet and like Miss Pac-Man and Big Buck Hunter.
Big
Like,
Buck Hunter.
Yeah, that's kind of neat too. Just being able to have a light gun game without CRT
How that?
monitors.
That's like some voodoo. That's some
Yeah,
magic.
I wonder how exactly it works. But yeah, it'll be interesting when these things actually release. I want to see how much they are and what the actual build quality is.
Yeah, because if you could just change out the sides or something like that, or if they start supporting like, you get like, and of course you would have like the pinball table, right? And you could just peel off like the cover art or whatever and
Well,
make
I'm not
it.
even that concerned about the art, but if I can hook up my PC that is
Right.
running like a pinball arcade and play all the tables that I already own, or like set up an emulated version of these homemade pinball tables, that would be really cool.
I'm just thinking to have it as like, or have it. How you would do that? Like change the whole look of the thing. Whatever. Yeah.
I mean, you could spray paint. People do that, just like get stencils and spray paint the side cabinets and stuff, because that's how they originally were painted in the first place.
Yeah. Do that. Change it up.
If you're gonna do that, though, I'd just make your own like real custom setup with the options that are available. But this is gonna be cheap, is my hope.
This is what. Yeah. If it's cheap, I'd be very interested in grabbing one of these. I just want to play Big Buck Hunter. Yeah.
But like even an MSRP of like $700, like they were on sale at Walmart for like 150 or something crazy, these previous versions. And I had relatives offering like, do you guys want this? And we were looking up like how to hack them and everything. We decided like, no, that's fine. But an actual virtual pinball table, I would definitely try and do.
If you feel it, if it like it feels like a real pinball table, and that like you feel that hit the bumpers and stuff like that, I mean that's all you gotta need, right? I mean, really.
It does have some kind of haptic feedback on the buttons and
Yeah.
stuff, so
Haptic feedback, the buzzword of 2020.
I'm interested to see what it's actually like.
Yeah. And you can buy
Stop
Miss
eating
Pac-Man.
Chex Mix!
I can't. I can't. Yeah, that's cool. And then we talked about Gods and Monsters, even though that's a news story. Gods and Monsters, but we can talk about another thing. Star Wars is back, everybody. You're gonna have a Star Wars announcement. They put out, I guess, that Rogue Squadron thing. Star Wars.
What?
It's a news. They leaked the Star Wars game that's gonna be announced Tuesday.
This was on an Xbox website or something, right?
Yeah, Xbox messed up.
And it's not technically Rogue Squadron, it's just a piloting game.
Yeah, I think it's Star Wars Pilots or something like that. Star Wars game. Let's just type Star Wars. Star Wars game. Star Wars Squadrons is the now. And EA announced Star Wars Squadrons.
Okay.
That's that game.
Yeah, the only thing we know about it is that it's pilots and a piece of artwork from that website. And the artwork looks nice, but yeah.
It's gonna be Rogue Squadron. No, it's gonna be that. People want it to be TIE Fighter, and you're never getting a TIE Fighter again.
It's said to center around multiplayer, apparently. So.
Well, there it goes. That's there's Salvy's heart. And you just saw it, and it was floating in the air, and it got crushed! Then it's gone.
I wonder if it'll have loot boxes.
Oh, Mary, why are you doing that, Mary? Loot boxes.
I'm gonna guess no after what happened.
I swear to God, if it's DICE making it, and it's that terrible fucking flight sim stuff they made for Battlefront 2.
That would be hilarious if it's just the Battlefront like flight stuff and it's its own game. Because nobody played it in regular Battlefront.
You guys like this, right? I mean, you love flying these X-Wings, right? Guys? Why are you running?
Because that did not feel good. Like,
no.
Piloting in No Man's Sky felt better than that.
Yes, it did. All right. And that's all.
You guys talk about No Man's Sky?
I did.
You guys play that? Okay.
Mary did.
Did you play it in VR?
Yes,
Mary did.
And it was very easy to do and run. Like, I was amazed. It was easy.
I only read about it today, so I installed it and I'll hopefully play at some point today.
Yeah, you should try it out. I was surprised how much I actually liked it. He's telling you to stop eating the Chex Mix, Albie.
It's true. Hand signals. I believe he's asking about what do you want for supper, but again,
okay.
could be also
Chex Mix.
Could be also Chex Mix. Please stop eating the Chex Mix. He wants some. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about? I know we have some stuff coming up. What's coming up this week? I know the game festival, the Steam
what
stuff.
other streams are happening? Load up your calendar.
The calendar is on. The Escapist thing. Nobody else watched the Escapist thing, but I did, and there were some good indie games in there. So there's the Steam Game Festival starts on the 16th, which is Tuesday. IGN Expo runs the whole week. Pretty much runs the whole week. EA Play, which is the EA event, is on Thursday, not Tuesday, even though I thought things have changed, so I'm not guaranteed.
Stuff does keep getting shuffled
Everything gets
around.
moved all the time.
What do you think is going to happen on that EA Play?
Need
for Speed game?
Ugh.
You think 80% of it's going to be Anthem 2.0?
Oh, no, I don't even think they talk about Anthem. That thing is dead. I don't even know if it's real.
I thought they came out recently with, like, upgrades and, like, beta sign-ups and whatnot.
That would be nuts. Like, I don't even know what they would show for that. Like, I don't even know what they would show.
I looked at the schedule, and Upload VR happens Tuesday, June 16th, too.
Yep,
so
Tuesday, Upload VR.
we'll check that out.
VR games. EA games. 2020 EA Play. Let's see here.
But yeah, EA and this Upload VR, I think, is the only thing happening this upcoming week. After that, it's the week after.
That Star Wars game, I guess?
Oh, wait, no, I'm a liar. I think? No, that's it. Yeah, yep, that's it.
Really don't know what else they could show that would be interesting looking at all this stuff. Yeah, probably Need for Speed. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Need for Speed. I don't know what the hell else they got. They did that command. See, there's the thing. The other thing. They did that freaking Command and Conquer thing, and that was like well received.
The Need for Speed team is working on that PS5 game where it was like a car battling, but also
right,
like Rocket League type stuff. So
right.
There might not be a Need for Speed.
And a rumor about that Mass Effect that they're putting out, Mass Effect 1 remake, remaster, whatever.
Right, yeah.
That's probably there, because you got to build some faith in your company again, BioWare.
Are they going to have that mobile skate game that they reached out to actual skateboarders for?
Oh, God.
Canceled?
Oh, God, if you close on that or do some kind of...
That would be funny.
People would be pissed.
EA has always been terrible and boring during E3 every year, so I'm not expecting much.
Or because the world's burning, then maybe there's the different year, and they're really great, and they're coming out with everything you want. We're getting a great new Mass Effect that looks interesting. We're getting Dragon Age. I don't know what else EA could do. It is TIE Fighter. It's not Rogue Squadron. It is everything you want, everything you need. EA's got it.
I doubt it.
Put another new Sim City or some shit. Hey everybody, we listened. We have a new Sim City for you. This time with less bullshit.
I doubt it very much.
Yeah.
I don't expect anything from EA.
No. I have no expectations and all the expectations, so we'll see. I'm excited for the Steam Game Festival. That's really the thing I'm excited for this week. Get to play some of those
Oh, is that
games.
this week? Okay. Yeah, more demos would be nice.
Yep. More demos. And with that, I'm done.
Well, that's good because I need to get up out of this chair. It's terrible. I need to buy a new office chair. It's so bad.
I apologize. I had to sneeze. That's why I stopped talking. Was the sneeze
you
was
didn't
coming?
have to say that. Nobody would have known.
Nobody would have known, but I would have known, and that's what's important. Yeah, that's it, folks.
Anything you want to say to close out the podcast about emails and such? Have you even checked the email account? Because I don't know. Let's just end it then.
Okay.
You can't even talk now because you got a mouthful of Chex Mix. Wow.
Oh God!
Now that you're under pressure, you can't actually eat the Chex Mix. That's great. When you're sneaking it, it was fine, but when you do it as a bit, it's just
Funny, jokey.
I didn't say that.
Okay. I would like to also apologize. The stream is on the stream right now. I apologize. We're good.
Cool. Streamception.
Yeah. So what else we got? RomsBack@gmail.com is the email address. I'll be doing Monday Mess tomorrow, where I play through some of those itch games, some other stuff, talk a little bit. You can find that at our Twitch account, twitch.tv/RomsOverBaghdad. We usually try to be here Sundays, live recording this podcast at 4 p.m. Eastern. Isit.moe is the anime address. YouTube.com, RomsOverBaghdad. We have a YouTube page. Stuff gets posted there sometimes. Maybe. Anything else I'm forgetting? At RomsBag is the Twitter. You can find all of us on Twitter as well. I'm at Thouden because if you want to hear about Superman takes, because apparently Warner Bros. Doesn't want to make a Superman movie because they don't think it'll be successful, you can find all my hot takes on how to make a good Superman movie on my Twitter. Also, Gary Whitta thinks he can make a Superman movie. I can make a Superman movie that'll be successful, Gary. Yeah. DJ? Anything? Anything to close?
I'm good.
Mary, any closing
wrestling tonight.
Oh, God.
That's my closer.
Blah.
Oh, God. Okay. All of my tomatoes are in. I'm going to go get supper. I put all the tomatoes in today. Now I'm going to go get supper.
I need to check on our gardening progress right now, too. I can hear the hose going because our water pipes are terrible in this house.
Okay. Adios. Good night, everybody. I wish you well. I'm going to try to fade. Keep waving. Don't stop. Don't stop waving. Bye.